My pet crawdad escaped. If we don't find her soon, she won't be able to survive out of the water.
I know you can save her. Just imagine how you'll feel when she's safe again. I'm Zach, and this is Keys for Kids. If you have pets, you know they might do dangerous things sometimes. For example, my dog Chester would always escape out the front door and chase cars around our neighborhood. I was afraid he'd get hurt until we could get him back in the house. God feels that way about you too. You're important to him, and if you're not a Christian, you're in danger spiritually too. When you turn to Jesus to save you, God and all of heaven will be so happy and relieved. Luke 15:10 puts it like this: there is joy in the presence of God's angels when even one sinner repents. Our story today is Watch Out for Lulu. Marci loved watching her pet crawdad, Lulu. At night, Lulu would come out of her home at the bottom of the fish tank and start moving rocks around. It seemed like she was always changing things. Another thing Lulu liked to do was escape. Marci would get up some mornings and find Lulu crawling across the floor. Marci would quickly scoop her up and put her back in the fish tank. One morning, as Marci was getting ready for school, she noticed Lulu was missing. She frantically searched her whole room but couldn't find her. "Oh no, where can Lulu be?" Marci muttered. She went into the hallway. "Watch out for Lulu," she shouted. Marci's mom came into the room. "Isn't Lulu in here somewhere?" "I've looked everywhere and I can't find her," Marci said. Mom and Dad pitched in and searched for Lulu. A few minutes later, Dad called from the kitchen. "I found Lulu," he said. Marci and her mom ran into the kitchen. "She crawled under the refrigerator." "I'll pull it out and you pick her up, Marci," Dad said as he began moving the refrigerator. Marci carefully grabbed Lulu and rushed her back to the fish tank. "Stop escaping from your tank, Lulu. Don't you know it will hurt you to be out of water? And where would you find food?" Marci scolded. The crawdad just sank to the bottom and crawled back into her home. "You know, Lulu's little escaping incident got me thinking about a story Jesus told in the Bible," Dad said at breakfast. "You know how excited we got when we found Lulu and got her safely back in the fish tank? As a pet, Lulu is important to us. Well, just imagine how important we are to God. The Bible tells us all of heaven rejoices when someone turns from sin and trusts in Jesus. That is a lot of love." "God really does care about everyone," Marci said. "He sure does," Mom agreed. Before Marci left for school, she glanced inside the fish tank. Lulu was busy moving rocks around again. Marci just smiled. She was so thankful they had found Lulu, but she was even more thankful to know God loved her so much. So what about you? Have you ever lost something that was important to you? And when you found it, how did it make you feel? You were probably really excited, weren't you? The Bible tells us that's true with God too. It says all of heaven rejoices when one person repents and turns to Jesus. We are important to him. So have you trusted Jesus to save you from sin? If not, why not do it today? Remember, all of heaven will rejoice. For more information about what it means to trust in Jesus, get your parents' permission first. Then go to keysforkids.org/salvation. Our key verse is Luke 15:10.
There's joy in the presence of God's angels when even one sinner repents.
And our key thought today, you are important to God. If you ever have a question about what the Bible says, I would love to help you answer it. Your question could also be featured in an issue of the Keys for Kids print devotional. Send me your question today at keysforkids.org/HeyZach. Well, as always, I'm Zach.